Hello everyone, this is Mehak Agarwal from Vinod Kothari and Company. And today's video is one of the very buzzing topics, that is delayed payments to MSMEs. Now, the MSME Development Act of 2006 has been around for close to 2 decades now. However, of late, there has been some speculation around this topic. What is this all about? So, this is because financial year 23-24 happens to be the first year of applicability of Clause H of Section 43B of the Income Tax Act 1961. Now, before I go on and talk about Clause H, let me first tell you what Section 43B is all about. So Section 43B deals with certain deductions which are allowed only on actual payment basis. That is, they will be allowed only in the year in which they are actually paid. Now, the Finance Act of 2023 made a new insertion to this section, that is Clause H. Clause H covers payments made to MSMEs beyond the timeline specified under Section 15 of the MSME Development Act. This means that any payments which are made to MSMEs beyond the timeline specified under Section 15 of the MSME Development Act will now be available for deduction only in the year in which they are actually paid. Having said that, let us now delve into the clause and understand what it covers and what it does not. So, it is important to note that Clause H specifically covers micro enterprises and small enterprises. Medium enterprises are not covered under its purview. At the same time, if we analyze the definition of enterprises under the MSME Development Act 2006, it is understood that only those enterprises are covered here which are engaged in the manufacturing of goods or rendering of services. Trading concerns are not covered here. To summarize, what is included here are micro enterprises or small enterprises engaged in the manufacturing of goods or rendering of services, and what is not included here is medium enterprises and trading enterprises. Now, the clause talked about timelines specified under Section 15 of the MSME Act. So what are these timelines? Now, Section 15 of the MSME Act says that payment to MSMEs must be made within the time agreed between the parties, and in any case, within 45 days from the date of acceptance or date of deemed acceptance. Now, this raises the question as to what is day of acceptance and day of deemed acceptance. Day of acceptance. Now, say for instance, I have purchased some goods from MSMEs. And if I have raised a dispute within 15 days of such receipt, then the day of acceptance will be the day on which such dispute has been resolved. And in case I have not raised any dispute within a period of 15 days from the date of receipt of goods, the day of acceptance is the day when the goods were actually received. Coming to deemed acceptance, where I have received certain goods and within a period of 15 days, I have not communicated my acceptance to the seller, then the goods are deemed to be accepted on the day when they were received. To see the applicability and functioning of this clause, let us take a few examples. Say, for instance, there are certain payments due to MSMEs, and the same have been made within a period of 45 days in financial year 23-24. So, when will the deduction for this be available? The deduction for this will be available in financial year 23-24 itself. Now, let us take another example. Say, for instance, the payment is made after the expiry of 45 days, but the same has been made prior to the end of the year, that is prior to 31st March 2023. Then when will the deduction be available? So for this, the deduction will be available on actual payment basis, that is in 23-24 itself. Let us take another example. Say for instance, the payment is made after the year end, but prior to return filing. For this, when will the deduction be available? In this case, it is pertinent to note that the deduction will be available on actual payment basis, that is, in the year in which the payment has actually been made, irrespective of the fact that the same has been made prior to return filing. Therefore, if I'm to summarize this entire thing, Clause H of 43B specifically covers as under a taxpayer who has outstanding dues to a micro or small enterprise engaged in manufacturing of goods or rendering of services, which has not been paid within the date agreed or within 45 days, and the same has also remained outstanding till 31st March 2024. This will not be allowed as deduction for this year, but will be allowed as deduction in the year in which it has actually been paid. Hope this helps. Thank you so much.